My idea is, first of all, go big or go home. I think we need a big project. I would love to see a stadium, and that's not because you're sitting on the other side of this panel. I think, and I don't want to call it a stadium, that multi-use facility. I think, we talked earlier about Blues Fest. We talked about August-Toberfest. Think about the things that we could do to to bring people into the downtown core with a facility such as that. We've talked in this community in a broader basis about needing some kind of a convention center, and I know that's not what we're proposing here, but by golly, it could be equally beneficial in my humble opinion.
There has been a convention center proposed attached to a new hotel in downtown as part of the 8 projects put forth by Urban Partners.
Right.
Again, I don't want to throw rocks at the Urban Partners plan because at least it's a plan. Okay.
We had many plans.
We've had a gazillion plans that sit up in the engineer's office, but it was brought up years and years ago about a convention center period in Hagerstown. We have one at Hager Hall, but we don't have an ocean, we don't have an inner harbor, we don't have a lot of amenities that people would be able to come here as a conventioneer and then do, and unfortunately we're on the cusp of losing amenities. That people would have something to go do at. So there has to be something that is going to drive. I made an analogy of this at one point in time, but when a cowboy drives cattle, he doesn't drive one cattle at a time. Okay?
Drives them all.
He drives them all, and he pushes them in one area. Okay, and that was the whole premise behind creating an economic catalyst that you can drive people to on a regular basis, and a lot of people, not just 5 or 7 at a time,
we had the same set of naysayers, going back to my go big or go home, when a former mayor wanted to place USMH downtown. And there were a lot of people that were against that. Yeah. How's that worked out for us?
Yes, there was definitely, and there was one in particular who now advocates education in the core as a form of revitalization. And he's currently on the city council. So.
Well, I will say this, and my wife is raised in Springfield, Missouri. And Springfield is a town a little bit larger than Hagerstown, but it had a lot of the same issues that we have in terms of downtown was falling apart, their square was taken over by riffraff, same types of issues. And their solution, very similar to what we've been talking about, is the fact that they built a stadium, a new baseball stadium, and that was the anchor that they used to turn all of downtown around. And the reality of the matter is you're drawing large crowds of people, you have a nice new stadium to draw people to, you're drawing all those people downtown in the first place to go to ball game. Ball game lets out, then the first thing they're going to do is want to go out to have dinner, want to go out to spend a night on town, and that is going to provide the foot traffic. Because the reality of the matter is we can talk about drawing business downtown all we want. If they don't have the economic opportunity to survive, then they're going to go out of business very quickly. So having that anchor downtown is going to draw the crowds that enables the businesses to
we had 3,600 people attend a Hagerstown Suns game on a Friday and Saturday night 2 weeks ago. Okay, 3,600 people. Now, imagine those 3,600 people spending an hour or two, and not all of them. We won't even go there. Don't even go that. Let's say 40% of them. Okay, spent an hour or two prior to the game or an hour or two after the game, in the core of the downtown. I'm talking 1,200 people. All right, 1,200 people in downtown is thunder in the square.
Absolutely.
But you're doing that. The ability to be able to do that 70 times over a 5-month period, and then hopefully then you can throw in all those other events, and you can throw in the expanded events at the Maryland Theater that they talk about in the plan, and you can throw these kind of things in there to backfill those 70 days. Mm-hmm. Sure. Listen, again, it's not about baseball. It's about creating a venue to push people into the core to people with expendable income. And keep in mind, we keep saying over and over and over and over again that the success of Hagerstown is to bring people with expendable income to Hagerstown who have money to spend on amenities and to go shopping and to do those kind of things. If we continue to lose amenities, those people with expendable income aren't going to come here. They're going to find someplace else to go live.
Let me tell you something, though, on the other side of the coin, tangentially relevant to what should we do, to something that I'm going to talk to, and we talked about it earlier on the Blues Fest segment, are these pop-up shops when we have these events. And this group, and I don't remember what the group's called at this point, the Downtown Alliance, I think it's what it's called.
No, that used to be Downtown
okay.
Alliance.
Anyway. Yeah,
Downtown Development.
Yeah, whatever. Regardless, the point is that in my mind, these pop-up shops are just absolute genius. And I don't know who came up with that, but I'll tell you what, we need those people in a room more as often as they are now, if not more.
Well, those kind of, don't get me wrong. I have some information here on Urban Partners plan. We're talking about it's basically a $145 million plan. 25 million or so coming from the city of Hagerstown or governmental entities over a 10-year period. The rest coming from private development and private investment. All right, 20 million over 10. How does that work compared to 8 million over 20 as a bad idea? I don't understand. I'm no good at math. I understand, but where I come from, 25 million is still more than 8 million, right, no matter how you do it. So anyway, that's enough for that segment this evening. Stay tuned because up next is Last Call.